Hey, you guys. So, welcome to Becoming the Podcast. Janelle, did you know we've made it to episode 5?
Girl, no. Like this stuff is flying by like so fast.
It is. It is. But I've enjoyed every single episode. Girl,
You
your
okay?
paper was rustling so loud. I was like, what is going on over there?
I'm sitting here like, are you okay?
No, all I heard was paper. I was like, but anyway. So yes, we have made it to 5 episodes. Just to give us a little shout out, because we have to just enjoy our moments while we can. So Janelle, did you know we've got over 107 views on our last episode?
Girl, what?
Yes.
Oh wow. Look, thanks you all for watching.
Yes,
Look,
thank
we're
you. Thank
excited
you.
about this.
We are. We're going to continue to grow, you guys. We're going to continue to put out good content for you guys. Super excited about this episode. I'm going to let Janelle talk a little bit about what we're going to be discussing, but we have a lot of things coming down the woodwork. So I know you guys are going to be excited. And I think this episode is really just going to help everyone with whatever is going on out in the world right now.
Preach. So, right now here in America, we are watching turmoil happening at the Capitol and within our government. We have racial unrest. We have COVID-19 restrictions that are still going on. We have people who have lost employment and other situations that has also came up, like relationship issues and people just, having a lot of stress at this point. So we're just going to be taking the time to talk about how to deal with these issues currently. How can we reduce your stress levels? How can we just sit back and take a moment for ourselves and just recap? So with so much going on in the world, it's just easy for us to become depressed, isolated. A lot of people feel lonely. Some people are even angry. So we're just going to be discussing how to shift our perspective, how to uplift ourselves, and find peace within the storm.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, Janelle, you talked about it. There's so much ish going on in this world, just everything. So we definitely thought this would be a great episode to talk about. It's gonna be fun. You just get me and Janelle for this episode, so we're excited to be here. We're excited to share our perspectives and things that we're doing to keep ourselves positive, keep ourselves high energy, and just getting those goals and things accomplished for 2021. Because like Janelle said, it is so easy to fall into like a deep depression, to just not want to do anything, to give up on things. So let's kind of just like get into what we are doing in 2021. So Janelle, what are some things that you're doing to kind of keep your energy up high, to be positive, to not be brought down by like everything you're seeing on the news? Like, what are you doing this year?
Girl, really just staying positive. You have to stay positive for one. For two, you already know I stay busy. I'm a teacher, so I'm teaching full time. But normally I would be doing basketball season too. So it's kind of different for me at this point. But I'm still, trying to stay busy with my nieces. I have 3 nieces, you all. So they keep me busy. I am like basically their second mom. I love being an auntie with them. But also just making sure that you're positive. You have to tell yourself a lot of things. You get what I'm saying? I know it sounds crazy, but for instance, I talk to myself, you guys. I really do. So I'd be like,
what you be saying to yourself, girl? What you be saying?
okay. So for example, I'd be like, I deserve nice things. I deserve to spoil myself. And my thing is, it's okay to treat yourself to a mani pedi, get your hair done, buy that dress or that purse that you want. I tell people, don't feel guilty for doing things you enjoy and makes you feel good about yourself.
Right.
And then secondly, it's just key to address self-esteem. Self-esteem is simply showing confidence in your abilities and self-worth. And I just feel like so many women have been shamed for not having, the long hair, too skinny, too big, etc. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be able to build yourself back up after hearing so many negative comments. And a big thing is that you have to proclaim that, you know what, I am beautiful and wonderfully made. I am worthy of love. I am an educated Black woman who will beat the odds and overcome generational curses. You know, you
Mm-hmm.
just have to really speak to yourself. And to those big plus size girls like myself, you know, I'm a size 16. I'm a happy, you know, size 16. Let me just say this: your weight doesn't define who you are, who I am, and what you're able to bring to the table. So just letting y'all know that, just staying positive. I'm telling you, and speak life into yourself.
Yep. Agreed, agreed. It sounds like you were talking about, like, mantras is a big thing in 2021. They've always been around. People have always used them, like speaking into the mirror, doing those positive affirmations. I definitely in the morning, I don't have a set mantra. I definitely want to get one as we're getting closer into 2021. I definitely want something where I say every morning and I just reaffirm everything that I believe. But I'll get in the mirror, like you said, speak to yourself and just be like, Micaiah, you are worth it. Everything that is
Mhm.
coming to you will be good. You
Amen.
put out positive energy into the world. You are going to accomplish so much today in this season of life and just today in general. So, like, I'll say all of those things. I'm like, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, all of that. You're funny, you're goofy, all of that. Like, I'll say it in the morning just to kind of get myself in good spirits for everything that's coming. Because, like we said, it's been crazy this week. I mean, this year in general has been crazy. Like, I thought personally we were going to come into 2021. I was being optimistic. I know what it is, though. But I was like,
Definitely so.
we're gonna come into 2021 and we're gonna have change mindsets, new president, everything's gonna kind of, be smooth as we come in. That's not what happened, and I should have known better. So yeah, I definitely have been using a lot more self-care lately. So like I'll go and light a whole bunch of candles. Like I have a candle right here. I love my where do these candles come from? Bath and Body Works. I love my Bath and Body Works. Like I'll just light it. I'll just sit, take up the aroma. Maybe I'll do a little meditation, which is very hard in my opinion because it's very hard for me to sit still in quiet, but hopefully it works for you guys with meditation. I haven't figured it out yet, but like I'll do my aromatherapy. Like I'll take baths and light candles everywhere and just have like me time and just like refocus my energy in a sense. Like all I want to
Mhm.
do is just put out positive energy in 2021. Obviously, I want to achieve my goals. I don't want to be the downfall of anyone. I want to help encourage everyone in what they're trying to do. So yeah, I just do different things for self-care and working out. Working out is one thing that I've started doing to release like stress.
Mhm.
So like whether that's going for a run or just doing some like jump rope. So like jump rope is like my cardio these days. Like I love to do like sets of 100. I don't know why I like jumping rope so much. Like it's my favorite thing to do for cardio. I don't mind running, but sometimes it like hurts my knees. I sound old. But yeah, I'll do like jump ropes and just like that sweat and like releasing those toxins. It's like rejuvenates me for the day, like gets my energy right. Um, Another thing I do is I listen to gospel music. So it's hard to be unencouraged when you listen into some gospel music. Like it just
You
gets
heard
up
me.
in your spirit. You start singing, you start praising the Lord. For those who do believe in Christianity, that's the religion like I practice. But yeah, like even preparing for this podcast, like sometimes I get like on episodes and I'm like, you know what? I get nervous because I really want this to be a good episode. I want it to come across about what we're talking about. I want to encourage others. I have said so much big plans for this that I kind of psych myself out. Like we talked about self-doubt
Mhm.
on one of the episodes. I kind of get in my own mind and I start have those like self-doubts. So like I'll just listen to gospel music before my episodes just to like re-encourage myself. And to do that positive energy because I think a lot of times we don't think about the things that we're feeding into ourselves. So like
Mhm.
the news, like consistently listening to the news all the time, consistently being on social media and seeing those things that are not unconforming, but are negative in a sense because we're comparing.
Mhm.
Are just listening to negative music. Like it's all out there and it's feeding into our souls. So just taking, not that you can't listen to certain things. Like I love to listen to certain things. I actually watch the news. When the protests were going on, I sat in front of that TV and watched it for like 6 hours because I was like, what's going on? What's going to happen next? Are they going to enact the 25th Amendment? Like I was engaged. But also like with those moments, you have to bring in other moments where you're feeding back into your soul, if that makes sense. So yeah, I try to
Yeah.
do those things.
And like you said, self-care is really huge, and I'm the same way. Anytime I feel like, oh, my spirit is just low, I'm a little depressed right now, I hit the Bible. I'm
Mm-hmm.
telling you, I hit the Bible. Like Micaiah said, I go ahead and listen to some gospel. And hey, sometimes you have to just talk it out between you and God too, and
Definitely.
just be comfortable in your space. So that is really huge for me. I think within this last year, like me and God's relationship with each other has like strengthened so much. And like I was telling MB, for you all who have not been listening and just now starting with us, I was telling MB how I felt like last year was a season for me to be by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're by yourself, become comfortable. You get what I'm saying? You become comfortable with yourself, with doing things by yourself, going places by yourself.
Yep.
Like you have to reach that level of being so comfortable within yourself. You get what I'm saying? You find so much peace in that. You don't gotta worry
Mm-hmm.
about what Sally Sue doing over there, what the kids doing over here. I'm telling you, you just don't have
Yep.
to worry about anything. It could be chaotic at work. I'm telling you, but when it come down to me and Jesus time, nothing else in the world matters.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. So, self-care and that inner peace, baby, will get you together.
Definitely. And then just like doing things that make you happy. Like I know me and Janelle, if you guys have noticed by now in the episode, we have our sweatshirts on because J15, J16 is coming up, skiwi. But just spending time with your like things that make me happy is spending time with my friends, spending time with like my loved ones. Um, Obviously doing this podcast, engaging you guys, like it really is like my passion, so it makes me happy in a turn. Like I get to express my thoughts with you guys and we get to engage. Me and Janelle get to engage and throw back ideas. Audience members get to engage and throw back ideas. So yeah, it's just been doing things that kind of make you happy. What are some things that make you happy, Janelle?
Oh, girl, I love shopping.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I love to do. Everybody knows me, knows I love to shop. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but
A little
I know
retail therapy.
you heard me. Retail therapy is always a good thing. But then secondly, I also love to go on walks. Um, I will go on a walk or a run in a heartbeat, just to get some fresh air. Another thing I really love to do is to spend quality time with friends and family. MB knows I will hit her up in a heartbeat. Just be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, girl, what you doing? I just felt like talking to you today. Don't mind me. Look, if you got something to do, just let me know, girl." But
Girl, we be on the phone. I'm like, Janelle, it's getting late. I gotta go sleep. I be falling asleep on the
I
phone
know.
sometimes.
I know. Look, we're getting old, girl. We're getting
We
old.
are. We are. And the sad thing is we're only in our 20s, so it's
I
only
know.
older from here. But
Girl, it's okay. I said I had to have a daily nap. That's crazy, y'all. But I really do have to have a daily nap every single day. And B knows when my nap is taking place. She will
yeah.
not hear from me.
Hmm.
I'm dead to the world.
Right. But you know what else makes me happy that I haven't been able to do like recently, girl? And I think both of us, kind of find happiness in this travel. Like I've missed a trip.
Yes.
Like I just need to be on some like I need some warm climate. I need to be on a beach. I need to be adventurous. Like we like to do things like what's it when you're up in the air and you're able to like rope courses. Like I love to do rope courses. I want to do water slides. I want to do like fun things and activities, see the cultures out there. I want to go out of the country. Like it's just I would be so
Makes
happy if I
sense.
was able to take a trip.
I know. Girl, we went to the Bahamas. We need to go again.
It was
I
fun.
think COVID has canceled 3 trips: New York, Atlanta, and Las Vegas for me. So hopefully I can get back up in the air too. I'm ready to
Hmm.
go some places, do some things. We need to hit up DC. This would
Yeah.
have been a great weekend to go to DC, y'all. Like I say, HBCU, in the house with our sororities.
Hmm.
So hey.
I feel you. I feel you. I would have been just a little nervous to go to DC if I'm a little honest, but it would have been a
You
great.
right, but I ain't gonna lie, I will fight you. Don't play with me. Do not play with me.
Yeah, but just like, protecting your energy is another thing. Like we talked about on a previous episode, like toxic friendships. Like just protect your energy. Like don't don't let other people like get to you. I was watching, what was I watching? I was watching something on YouTube because girl, I stay on YouTube. I'm looking at other podcasters. I'm looking at videos, like everything. So I was watching some video. I think it was like a gospel artist, and he was singing his song. And he was like, if it comes down to it, and someone's cussing you out, and you're in traffic, just sing this. And I'm not going to sing what he actually sung because it was a whole riff, and I don't have the time or energy or the vocal cords at the moment to do that song. But like it was just so encouraging. Like you are the only one that has power over your energy. You letting someone else get to you, like it all happens. All of us do let it happen, but we have control of our own energy. So that's why we're talking about this episode, shifting your mindset. Like you have control over your mind. You can change things and how you feel about certain situations. So just making sure that you're catering to those things that just bring out positive energy in yourself will help to kind of shift your mindset as we go, or not as we go, we're already in 2021, but as we continue in 2021. Because let's be honest, this was just the beginning. There's going to be crazier stuff that happens, and it sucks. Like there's stuff that bad things that happen to all of us. But just making sure that you continue to be positive, you continue to spew positivity, and you continue to just look at life as a blessing is just one thing.
Mm-hmm. And I try to tell people, if someone is really being negative and coming at you crazy, they want a reaction out of you. Don't even feed into it. You get what I'm saying? You have to just be like, oh, they're just having one of their little crazy episodes. I'll see y'all later. And just keep it pushing. I don't even waste my breath arguing with people. If you say it's like that, okay. I just drop it, because first off, you're not going to have me raise my blood pressure up and being upset either. So that's just me. And then you also mentioned changing, and that's really huge. A lot of people are unhappy with themselves or unhappy with their current predicaments, and I just want to say, don't harp on it or make it someone else's issue or responsibility to deal with it. You have to go out there and get what you want. If you want to lose 10 pounds, get you a fitness coach, start eating healthy, start, going to the gym. If you want that good job, go get whatever certification or requirement that you need. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes all you need is faith. I'm gonna just be honest. Faith can take you a long way. You can move mountains. You can have so much faith that you ultimately change your circumstances. And so when they say faith without works is dead, that is totally true too. So you have to really start to change and to shift. Don't ever be comfortable at one spot.
Definitely. And I have two thoughts just to back off what you said. I definitely agree. Faith is one of the foundations that has kept me just in the space, because like we've talked on so many episodes, like there's some things that's happened to both of us where we've been out of jobs, health issues, families having health issues, just so many things that could have like brought our energy and our mood down and just not wanting to pursue anything. But just making sure that you find those things, whether it is faith or whether it's something else that you kind of believe in. Like I know a lot of people are big on energy stones and like energy beads. I also supplement that as well. I actually have some energy beads on right now. And it's just, just to make sure that I continue to bring out positive energy. Like I look at whether these give positive energy or not. I look at it as just like confirmation. Like when I'm able to look down at something on my wrist and be like, you know what, I'm supposed to be in this mindset right now. Like this is what these beads actually represent. Like, let me think about what I'm supposed to be doing with this instead of, the negative energy that people are spewing off. And then also being negative, like who is that hurting? Like why choose to be in that space? You're only hurting yourself. Like you're not, your negativity, whether it may spread to someone else, like they can change their mindset and get over it. Like you're just hurting yourself when you're being negative. Like this sign says, destructively negative and hateful. Like it's not impacting anyone else except for yourself. So why stay in that space?
Amen. Preach. And a lot of people don't even see that. They'd be like, oh, you're trying to get a reaction out of somebody. First off, they're not even going to probably give you that reaction. But then secondly, I mean, what do you gain from that? What do you gain from making somebody upset? What do you gain from losing control? It's nothing. I mean, at the end, you'll end up losing. And I'm just being honest, you'll end up losing out on things in life with so much negativity.
And I definitely believe in karma. So putting good energy out there, I always believe when you put it out there, it's gonna come back to you. It may not be something that's like immediately that it's happening, but just be assured that like you're impacting someone else's day. So like what I try to do when I'm out and about, even though we have like masks on, I try to like smile with my eyes when I see other people. I don't know if it works as well, but just trying to be grateful, like opening doors for people when I see them, they're coming through or they're right behind me, saying positive things to the people who are checking out to me, engaging in a brief conversation, ask them how their day is going, just spewing that positivity, like it will come back to you tenfold.
I'm telling you, it will. People fail to realize that. I tell people that all the time. What you do will come back onto you. So if you are going out here and you're doing blessings unto people, blessings will come back onto you. So that is so true. And I tell my kids that, like my students, that I always treat everyone with dignity and respect. No matter what their job title is, no matter what their color or race is, you have to treat everybody respectfully. The golden rule, basically, treat others how you want to be treated.
Right. And that's the only way you can grow too. Like being respectful, treating other people the way that you want to treat. Like life is gonna show you so much. But when you're positive and when you have that positive outlook on life, like you're gonna continue to grow and continue to learn from other people, and you're gonna continue to be open to like the process, being open to others, being open to like new outlets. Like we're all like you guys know, I've said about 15,000 times, like this podcast is all about like growth and learning from others, whether it be me or Janelle or our guests, and that's learning from you guys as we continue. So that's one reason why we wanted to do this episode, because we just want you guys to have a positive and nice outlook on life. But yeah, it's gonna open up so many doors in the future if you continue on this path and this journey. And it's not gonna be easy. Like we've talked about a few things that we can do, but it's not an easy process. You just have to continue to make those steps every day. So like we said, one thing is to make those mantras in the morning, like those positive affirmations. Speak positivity into your life. Like that will change your mindset for the day at least. And then continue to make those little steps, whether it's day by day, hour by hour, week by week. Like it's not going to be the easiest thing. Like smiling every day. Like there's some people that can do it, but I don't smile 24/7. Like I have resting bitch face for most of the time. But yeah, just making sure that you're continuing with that.
Amen. And so we also want to talk about doing things that shift your mood. So what are some mood shifters for you, MB?
Girl, you know what? Certain activities like shift my mood. Like cooking is one thing. Like anytime I cook, I turn on, some poppin' energy. I said some poppin' energy, some poppin' music. With some good energy, a good beat behind it, and I centralize on one thing, which is the dish that I want to create. I want it to look beautiful. I want it to taste beautiful or taste good. So yeah, that's one thing that really like shifts, like brings my energy and my mood up, because my husband lives with me, obviously, like my husband's here, and like he'll taste it, and then when I get like that positive, like good job, Micaiah, or that tastes really good, or I really like this, you got to make it again, like that just kind of brings my mood up a lot. So yeah, that's one thing. There's probably a ton of other things that bring my mood up. Obviously doing this podcast, like I think episode 1 that I did with you, I had talked about how I had that horrible day at work, and I still had to shoot this podcast. And at first I didn't want to do it, but just being able to express your ideas, like getting off your chest, it's almost like journaling in a sense. So yeah, being able to express thoughts, ideas, like my view on life, and share that with other people, and kind of get your views and your thoughts and ideas on life, and then kind of challenge my own views and thoughts based off of like, what other people may say. It's very therapeutic in a sense. Like without having to go to therapy, this is very therapeutic.
Yes, it is. And it's a way for you to ultimately vent. You get what I'm saying? And that's one thing for me. I will talk your head off. Like, look, Micaiah knows if I'm having one of them days, I would just be like, girl, guess what? And woo, 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 woo. Look, she'd be like, Janelle, slow down.
Yeah.
But that's one thing. But then also, like I say, I love to spend time with my family. So, no matter what we're doing, whether that's going bowling, whether that's going to an art class, we do like painting with the twist. We love that. That's
Oh
our
yeah.
go-to thing.
Those classes are fun.
So yes, look, I'm actually going to register really soon for another one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, art is like a therapy for me. Simply because you get lost in your creativity. It's just it does wonders. It really do. It's very calming too. So if you're very stressed out or something like that, that's a good way for you to just relax. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just drift off in the colors of paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also with everything that you talked about, and positive affirmations, mantras, which is one thing that really helps me, speaking out like what you want to achieve, like what your goals are, um is one thing. We talked about manifesting a little bit, but like that's one thing that kind of helps me too, is manifesting. So I want us to practice that exercise real quick. I want us to talk about what we want to achieve, because I really think that viewers, you should really be talking about what you want to achieve. I know a lot of people get kind of nervous about like, hey, well, I don't know if this is something maybe I'm going to be able to achieve in this year. Or I don't want anybody else to steal the idea, or just other things that may keep us from speaking out with what we actually want to do. But when you speak those things out, you're putting it out into the universe. So it's helping, will actually help you to achieve the goals. I strongly believe in that, because when you're speaking it out, you're just reaffirming what you already know in your brain that you're going to do. So Janelle, is there anything that you want to achieve, that you believe you will achieve in 2021, that you want to speak out into existence? Because we're going to look back at this episode, girl, in 2022 and be like, you know what? We claimed that. We got it.
So you already know. For one, I said I would be debt free, and I mean that. I actually told you by January 30th. So I'm still proclaiming that January 30th, I will be debt free from credit card debt. You guys, the student loans, we still gonna pray, over that. But right. Credit card debt will be paid off. Secondly, so just get back healthy and fit. As I say, I am actually a health and gym teacher. So I actually see inches falling off, but not the pounds. And sometimes it can often time we get, shame. We be like, I'm doing everything possible and I haven't dropped any weight, but I see the inches coming off. So I'm just staying focused, staying on, continuing eating healthy and working out. Those are two things. My third thing, I will be graduating y'all in May with my master's. Just letting y'all know, when a girl set your dream, it's over. I'm going after that dream. I'm setting it. I'm going for it, and nothing can get in my way. And you just have to maintain that focus. I'm telling you, maintain that focus and that drive for what you want, and you will reach your goal.
So yeah, my two that I really want to achieve in 2021, our goals that I'm speaking into existence, is really just to grow this podcast. So I want to be a little bit more specific. I'm going to speak out my goals specifically. I believe that we can grow in engagement and subscribers across our multiple platforms to about 10,000 subscribers in 2021. So that is our goal. Please help us to achieve it, of course. But I mean, this podcast, like we talked about so many episodes, is really just about, helping people to grow and achieve their own dreams. There's so much knowledge that we personally have with just our personal life experiences. We're bringing on guests who are sharing their personal life experiences and things that they've done to help them get to certain aspects or achieve certain things that they've wanted to achieve. So yeah, I'm excited about growing. There's already things that are coming down the pipeline. Me and Janelle have individually talked about it, but as we continue to grow and things continue to happen, we will be sharing that with you guys, our listeners and viewers. And then my second one is really just to, be healthier in 2021. I don't have like a weight limit that I want to lose, but I definitely want to, get more energy, be able to keep up with everything that I'm trying to achieve. And just, be just healthy overall. So I don't want to be sitting and be like, you know what, I have no energy. I need to go to sleep. Like I need to be able to achieve certain things. So I need to be able to, get those good 8 hours and then be able to continue on with my day. So yeah, just, getting healthier. I would like to lose a little bit of weight. But just, overall just happy with how my physical health is.
You know what, MB? You know what? I'm gonna find the text message that I sent you when I said, when you first told me you were doing this podcast, I told you it's gonna come for you. What did I say, MB?
You
It's
did.
gonna be great. I told you, what did I tell you? It's gonna be successful. I said you're just gonna have to wait for it. And I'm a firm believer, y'all. When I tell somebody something like that, it ain't just coming from me. It's coming from somebody else. Okay.
Right.
So on MB, look, I told you, I think this was last year. I'm gonna find the text message because I don't erase text messages, y'all.
Girl, me
But I'm gonna
either.
find it and I'm gonna post it and I'm just be like, see, what did I tell you, girl? Look at God.
Because I
So
think, to be honest, I think a lot of people, I don't know what people think my motivation is behind this podcast. Um, I know some podcasters is purely financial, but that's not what we're trying to do here. We're really trying to like help in a sense. Like there's so much and give a voice also. Like I feel like our generation, like young millennials, and generations like after us, those that are 18, I forget what the names are, Gen X, Gen Z, what there's so many. Can you see my camera?
I cannot see you, but I can hear you perfectly clear.
Huh, I don't know what happened to my camera. Okay, it's back. I don't know what
It went out.
happened for 2 seconds. Okay, and my
It was
voice.
your Wi-Fi.
You know what, AT&T, I have a complaint, but that is another episode. Um but yeah, I don't know what I know personally us, like it's all about giving, helping people in their personal journeys because all of us want to achieve something. I believe we're at the age where we can achieve it. I believe we were at the age of 18, 16, 17. If we knew what we knew now, we probably could have achieved some of those things then. So making sure that people have the information and have access to the information. So last week, we talked about money management. And one thing that came out of that episode that I personally didn't know is we talked about, you can invest on Cash App. And there's so much other stuff that, Isaac talked about that's information that a lot of people in our community don't have. So that's really what this podcast is about, is giving a voice to those generations so they have that information early on so they can achieve those goals. Like there's so much information that I'm learning on a daily basis that I want to share with you guys. Like we talked about in this episode, like having a positive mindset. When I was 16, 17, 18, I didn't think about that. Like I didn't think about, like I just thought about like what was happening at school, what were my friends doing, what I wanted to do tomorrow. Like I wasn't thinking about shaping my mindset so I could achieve things. So yeah, that's really what this episode is about, is giving, or not episode, this whole series is about, giving a voice to those who may be seen as like, hey, I'm too young, I don't know, or they're too young, they don't know what they're talking about. Like, no, we may be young, we're 26, 25, in our 20s, but we've experienced a lot and we have a lot that we can share when it comes to shaping our generation and generations after us. So yeah, I'm excited about our journey, and that's the purpose. Like it's not to make any type of money. Now if money comes along with that, we will not refuse. But to grow, for us to grow, and then for other people to grow as well. So yeah.
And that's my whole thing. I feel like it is a blessing to be able to give back to others. And this is just our personal way of giving back to everyone. So I tell people that all the time. If we're able to change one life or to be a blessing to one life, we've accomplished our goal. You get what I'm saying? And look, I tell that to my kids too, like my students. See that's how you know I'm a teacher. I say my kids, even though they're not, my kids. But I'm being so for real. That's how you know when you really did your job, is when you touch that one kid. And I actually had a student come back to me last week. It was last Wednesday. And he came up there to the school and he was just saying, he was like, I just want to thank you for not giving up on me. Because when I first got to that school, he was like the problem child. Everybody was like just running away from him. Basically, they don't even want to deal with him. That's how bad. I guess that's how they viewed him, as bad. And I was just like, no, he just needs some love and attention.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times that's all it is. You have to be able to shift yourself and put yourself in their shoes and see things from their perspective. And then you're able to be like, you know what? I get what you're saying, but this is a better way of how we can address this situation. Then
Definitely.
you can give some, other alternatives to help this child out. And along with that, he calls me mom. So like this is basically my son for real. I love him
Mm-hmm.
to death. And so just being able to be a blessing to this child's life, that was an even bigger blessing, in my life. And I never would have even thought I would have got so much happiness from my career of teaching.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, when God placed a purpose in you, I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
it's not only to benefit you, but to benefit other people.
Girl, this whole episode, I feel like this was a whole sermon over here. We done we done dropped some gems, gave encouragement. I hope everyone's able to take some things away from this. Before we kind of wrap up, I do want to just speak to anyone out there. I know there are people out there that are like, you know what? This is it. Like I'm not in the mindset. I can't make these adjustments. Like some people who may feel like they're too far gone. Um and you're really not. Like I said before, just start making some small steps. Start journaling, whether it, talk about like how you're feeling in the moment, express yourself. We talked about mantras. Start saying those small mantras, even if you don't believe it. If you continue to say it and continue to say it, I promise you will get into your spirit, and you'll finally be able to see and believe what you actually are, and what you're actually able to produce out to the world. So I know, because I personally, I've been through some moments where I felt like I was in some depression. And it's hard. It's hard to get out of it, but I promise you can change your mindset. And then, if you feel like all else fails, therapy is an option. Like, do not turn away therapy. Like, it's so good to talk to someone else, who's like a party that's not involved in the situation. Like the one time that I physically felt like I was experiencing depression in college, I went to talk to a therapist, and just being able to talk out my thoughts, and for someone else to be like, no, I mean, that seems like a rational thought. Like what you're thinking seems like something that um you would feel based off of the situation that you went through. Like just being able to express myself, and also being able to see it from like their viewpoint, and then also being able to see it from my own viewpoint through role play and things like that. Like we did a few different
Mhm.
exercises, um and it
And
really
then
just
there's no judgment. There's no
right, no
judgment in
judgment.
therapy.
Hmm.
There's no judgment.
Definitely, definitely. But yeah, it's not all hope's not lost, you guys. Like I'm we've said about 4 or 5 times this year has been crazy, and it's going to continue to be crazy. That's just the world we live in. But
Mhm.
we can make what we want to make of this world. Like it's crazy. There's a lot of negative energy, but you can be positive. Like our sign says, I would rather be annoyingly positive and optimistic than destructively negative and hateful. So you can choose. It's all a choice to be that way. So yeah.
Mhm. Definitely true. And I also feel like make sure you get in a group of like minded individuals,
Mhm.
people who want to see you successful, people who want to see you happy, people who speak life into you. Make sure you get good friends, a good circle. I don't care if that's at your job, um, church, school, whatever you got to do. Just make sure you have a good solid foundation of people who have the same beliefs as you and will ultimately push you along the way with positivity.
Definitely. Definitely. That's so important to have people around you that just encourage you on a daily basis. And I know me and Janelle both encourage each other and keep pushing each other to achieve our dreams and our ambitions. So yeah, just and if you don't have anyone else, you have us. Like
Amen.
we're speaking to you weekly, giving you information, but you have us. So I just want to um end on the note of just like be positive. That's all we can do. That's what we can control. We control our own actions. We control what we put out into the world. So just be positive.
And again, what you put out in the world will come back to you, okay? It will come
Definitely.
back. It might not come back today or tomorrow, but it will come back.
Definitely. So Thank you guys for watching this episode. Again, we're going to continue to grow in 2021. We are so super excited about everything that's coming our way. We are claiming it, like we talked about in this episode. We already spoke about our goals and what's coming, so it's going to happen. If you're not following us, if you're not liking these videos, subscribe. Please subscribe to the episode. Please like, please follow us. You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at I'm Just MB.
And you can find me at BeautifulJBeYoutiFulJ, and that is on Instagram.
Oh, girl, I thought you were going to say Instagram. I was like, is she going to say something else? Like Instagram and something? Because how you said it, you were like, and that is on Instagram. And I was like, is she going to?
Because I was just thinking, I'm like, I'm not even on any other platform.
You're on Clubhouse, shoot.
Oh, you know what? I could have said that. Okay, so make sure you take that part out.
I'm about to keep all this. But yeah, on Clubhouse, make sure that you do check out on Thursdays when we drop our episodes, we do have a Clubhouse room. So this week it will be just me and Janelle in the Clubhouse room, but we will be speaking about positivity. We want to invite you guys in. It is at 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're experiencing any of those negative thoughts, come on in. We're encouraging. We're going to encourage you. We're going to do whatever we need to do to get you out of that funk. We're going to provide resources, like all of that. And we hope that you're able to engage. And then also, if you're out there, if you're watching this video, if you're someone that, is a life coach, or you're someone that, therapist, someone who just, is spiritual, someone who just, you're all about positive energy, come on into the Clubhouse room. Like, we want to continue to encourage and continue to have this discussion on Thursday. So like I said, we will be there 9 p.m. Eastern time. And thank you again, you guys. If you find yourself at the end of this episode, you already know what to do. Make sure that you subscribe, and we will see you next week. Right. Let me end this. I finally know how to end this. I don't have to say what do I do.